It has been over a month since Nolan has died. Why are they still making excuses of why they haven't given the phone over? They're getting ready to present their case to the grand jury, but they don't have a phone.
It's about the evidence, nothing else. And this family has always said from day one, even when I called Reverend Allen, we talked to him, they have been consistent. We want to know what happened to our child. Everything else is just, it's just clickbait and everything. It's about what happened to our child. Black press, NABJ, we need you now more than ever to keep everybody focused.
I want to tell you guys about Shenergy. If you're looking for an energy drink that's clean, 75 milligrams of caffeine, nootropics that help you with focus so you don't crash and have all that crazy stuff in your drinks. You don't need to do that. That's over time that's going to destroy you. But we didn't just create an energy drink because we care about your overall energy and health. So we created an energy drink and a night drink. One that helps you go to sleep, wake up with energy, and the other one gives you sustainable energy throughout the day. So if you're looking for a company that agrees with your values, American-based, American-made, American customer service, look no further. ShenergyLife.com has you covered. And then we have a money-back guarantee. You take the product that don't work for you, we'll get your money back.
Al Sharpton and Ben Crump hosted a presser with Nolan Wells' family. They have announced that they would like the FBI to get involved in the case.
Those seeking truth and accountability in the Nolan Wells case have every right to continue asking questions and demanding answers, because we are America and we have a right to the First Amendment. That includes Black people and all people. I want to keep an open mind. I know there have been several attacks on us just for asking questions, and it's okay. When you think about Mississippi, they attacked all my heroes. The governor's predecessors, they attacked, Ida B. Wells, Medgar Evers, my personal hero, Thurgood Marshall, Dr. Martin Luther King, for saying that we're going to stand up for Black life and Black humanity and the right to Black people to have the Constitution applied to them as American citizens. So I'm unapologetic in my defense of Black life, Black liberty, and Black humanity. God has a calling on all our lives. And when you figure out what that calling is, you don't second guess it. You say, God, I know why I put on this earth, to be there to stand up for our people in times when they have nobody else to stand up for them. And so whether it's Mississippi or anywhere else in the deep South, or as Malcolm X said, I heard they discriminate against Black people in the South. He said, I guess my definition of the South would be anything beneath the Canadian border, because last time I checked, they discriminate against Black people all across America. And so what we're saying is we are open-minded. We want to trust them, but we can't be naive. We have to verify everything, as Attorney Hurt said. Whatever conclusions you come to, we want the methodology. Whatever investigation you're doing, we want to know that it's the same investigation that you would do with your child, not treat Nolan any differently. That's what we're trying to do. That's all we're asking.
Officer Tatum, do you have any thoughts about that? And keep in mind, this presser comes after we have just found out that Nolan's phone has not been given to authorities, just so you're aware. I'm sure you are, but just so the audience is aware of the timeline.
Yeah, it sounds like a script that I would read as to what I'm doing. Like, to be quite honest, outside of the woke Black stuff, but trying to get to the bottom of what happened to Nolan is something that I've done, and I haven't picked a side. I'm just picking a side of facts. When I'm given information that Warren, Jax, Morgan, and none of these guys, they weren't there when Nolan passed away, meaning that either if somebody killed him or he drowned, they weren't there.
Right.
What am I supposed to do with the facts? And then I see this is what tripped me out. When I first got there, I don't know none of these people. Mm-hmm. And they said, well, I don't know why Miss Christine Wells is saying that she don't know none of us. And Ashley Cole, Warren's stepmother, who's a judge, said, me and Christine went to school together. She got pictures of her all in the yearbook together. Like, and it's so that, and then I'm like, okay, did they call? Did they try to help Nolan? Like, what? Warren shows me a phone call where he called Nolan's mother first. He showed me 2 phone calls. He called, she hung up on him because she was asleep. He called her again. She talked to him for, I don't know how many minutes. And then he called the Coast Guard. Like, they're showing me efforts that they've made. Ashley Cole and a couple other parents reached out to Christine and said, hey, we would like to talk. And these are parents of some of the boys that have been accused. You would think that if you want to know what happened to your son, you want to talk to the people who last seen him.
Right.
People that have been in arguments that went viral. It's like, well, why wouldn't you just ask the kid, Tristan? Why don't you sit down and talk to him so you're not putting out information that somehow Nolan was potentially in a fight and that never happened? They told me that when they talked to Miss Christine on the phone the first time, that they told her they had Nolan's phone and keys.
Wow.
Well, why would they say they had to use Life 360 to find the phone and keys when she had already been in contact with Warren? Those things is what, beyond just the interview, that frustrated me. And you don't hear the family or Benjamin Crump clarifying any of these things. And then, to your point, the more recent development has been that they haven't given the phone over to law enforcement to do an extraction to determine if someone tampered with evidence. It has been over a month since Nolan has died. Why are they still making excuses of why they haven't given the phone over? They're getting ready to present their case to the grand jury, but they don't have a phone. So if there was anything illegal that happened in the phone, they don't have that to present to the grand jury.
Right.
Which
right.
is insane to me.
I agree. So why do you think they haven't turned over the phone? What's your theory?
I think from the very beginning, and I don't know if it was the family or just Benjamin Crump, they had to force a narrative so that they can raise as much money and they can begin to posture up to do a civil lawsuit because they know that these boys potentially have money and they're going to sue them. They don't care about justice. They're not been pursuing justice. That's why they don't want to get a phone over, because it's not about justice. It's about the perception of impropriety. So what they do is they come out initially and go, things were deleted on the phone. Well, either you know that for a fact or you don't know that. That's why you need investigators to extract the phone. So it appears that if they're even entertaining investigators extracting the phone outside of their own investigation, they must need them to do something they cannot do. So to me, because you don't see posts on social is not a reason to say you believe things are deleted and put it out there to the public. And you're saying that they were the last ones with the phone. So 2 and 2 is 4. If things have been deleted from the phone, these people are the last people with the phone. They deleted stuff out of the phone, which is a crime.
Right.
And if you're gonna do those things, you know, you gotta back it up with evidence. I'm hearing through the grapevine that they're not cooperating whatsoever with the prosecution, not the prosecution, but with the DA. They're not really communicating with them. They're not doing any of the things that they're asking them for, which is evidence to charge people if they had done something to Nolan Wells. And the lies and the deception and the half truths that have been put out. And then this is what people don't understand, and I don't know how they missed it. The reason that the boys have attorneys, and I went back out to interview the attorney, is because they're potentially going to get sued. Christine Wells opened up an estate in Nolan's name, which is a preparation for lawsuit. And then they sent a letter to Christine, not Christine, but to Ashley Cole and a few other parents, I believe, and I saw the letter that they sent to Christine, not Christine, but Nolan, not Nolan, I'm not getting the names mixed up, to Ashley Cole, who's the judge, Warren's stepmother. I saw the letter that was sent to her, and it was like, you must preserve phone records, text messages, ponchos, boating equipment. They had a whole list of things they need to preserve in preparation to be sued.
Right. Right. Which I know.
We don't even know what has happened. Why are you prepping to sue somebody?
Yeah, I totally agree. Now, as far as Nolan Wells' phone, I was looking back at another interview that you did with Stephen A. Smith, and you mentioned the fact that Nolan Wells, I guess, parents' friend went over to one of the guys' house to retrieve the phone.
60. His mother didn't come get the phone. Another parent of a black kid who was out there with Nolan came to get her son's phone and Nolan's phone. So why didn't Al Sharpton or any of them ask these boys what happened, have them show evidence, and then present it to the public?
From my understanding, you said in that interview that they didn't just go to retrieve Nolan's phone, they went to retrieve the other young man's phone as well. Is that correct?
Yep, Javon.
So
It was Javon's mom and Javon. They both went to the house to get Javon's phone and Nolan's phone at the same time. Christine didn't even go to the house. It wasn't, and I'm not saying that she had to or not. It just didn't seem like at first this was such a big deal. And why don't they say that Javon's phone was on the boat too?
quickly, are y'all liking this interview? Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe button. Let's get back into it. The reason why I bring that up is because from my understanding, Javon is mixed. He's another black young man. So why was that not included in the initial report to the public? Ben Crump is making it seem as though this is about, Nolan being the only black kid and he was with 3 other white young men, which we know that there's more to that story. But I'm sure that the family and Ben Crump knew all along that when the friends went over to retrieve that phone, that it wasn't just Nolan's phone that they were retrieving another black person's phone. Why was that not mentioned?
Right, exactly. They go, well, why did they have his phone? Well, why did they have Javon's phone? Why did they have his phone too? Why was there 3 other people's phone on the boat that was left? They could have called them and talked to them, and they could have given them an explanation. They would have said, Miss Christine, there was multiple people who left their phone on our boat. Here is why we had to leave early. Here is what I saw. And she can juxtapose that to other evidence that she's found, and they can come out with a determination to tell the public because they want the public to actually find out or help find out what happened to Nolan. When you are making accusations that you know are not true, when you are insinuating that people have deleted things from the phone, and you have every reason to believe is not true, like my whole question, did he have a password on the phone?
Right. Yeah.
Well, if he did, then we have to assume that the boys knew his password. But why wouldn't they articulate that they broke into his phone and deleted things?
Exactly. And I totally.
I wonder now. The one thing that I wonder is that has the family even got into the phone? Because think about this for a minute. If Nolan had a password on the phone, which the boys claim we don't even know his password, we couldn't even get to his phone if we wanted to. So if he had a password on his phone, and what if his mother didn't know his password? My mama don't know my password.
Right.
I mean, because she's not in my phone all the time. And what if they insinuated these things because they didn't see him post on Snapchat from other people's Snapchats? And they said, oh, we're assuming or saying things have been deleted, and they haven't even looked through the phone. And I think that could be why they don't want to give it over to investigators, because the investigators are going to say, well, we had to break through the phone because we didn't have the passcode. And mom didn't give us the passcode. Nobody knew the passcode, so we had to breach the phone without a passcode. And then there was nothing there. And that'll be a devastating blow to the family, in my opinion. I hope that that's not true. But with what else has been going on, I question it.